I have a confession. I love talking about bed bugs. For real. I've ruined dinner parties. I've ruined outings and dates. Listen, I love to talk about bed bugs because it comes up a lot in this business and people are really scared about it and intimidated, and it's not that bad. Let me share with you. So why do I know so much about bed bugs? Well, I've been in this business over 20 years. I'm Jen, real estate investment educator, advocate, and broker at One Focus Property Management. If you are a real estate investor, it is an when, not an if, this is going to happen to you. So I want to prepare you, let you know what to do. Once you get alerted that there is a bed bug in a property, the first thing you need to do is just validate it. So we need to either get the bug or something like that to make sure we are looking at bed bugs. But then my next course is to have an inspection done, and the pest control providers we work with are happy to do that to gauge the scale of the problem. Now, if it's a single family home, of course you just inspect that home. But what if it's multifamily? Well, the rule is these little critters can get under footers and under drywall and all kinds of things. So listen, if it's multifamily, you want to inspect every unit adjacent to the affected unit. So if this unit's infected and we go here and find nothing, and we go down and find nothing, and we go up and find one, now we're inspecting off of that unit until we have defined the borders of where the bed bugs have reached. Depending on the severity of the problem and the size of the building could dictate the course of treatment. Now, here in North Central Pennsylvania, I have found with all of the bed bugs I've treated, and I've probably treated somewhere between 25 and 40 properties at this point in my career, I've always used the 3-part chemical treatment. So that's where you do 3 treatments. I think it's 2 weeks apart, and that addresses in between the life cycles and the births of the larva. Now, there are other ways you can treat it. You can treat it with heating up the property or cooling down the property. Lots of pest control companies offer these kinds of alternatives. They're expensive, and here in North Central Pennsylvania, our housing construction is not modern. So I find it to be maybe just a little too drafty and things like that to use temperature well. So I have a lot of confidence in our ability to use the 3-part chemical treatment, the pesticide. Now, what you need to do with this 3-part pesticide treatment is get your tenants to comply with what's expected of them. So that's a lot of instructions regarding their personal belongings that need to be cleaned and maintained in a secure way through the treatment. This takes a lot of time to work through and educate with them, but I found that tenants are really motivated to do this well, and as long as we're providing the best service we can in pest control, they're really willing to comply. Another hot tip: accompany the pest control person when they're applying the treatment at the property. Observe them. Ask for them to be extra thorough. Ask for them to not miss a spot. I find that being really on top of it can make sure you get a really effective treatment. Now, in the exciting world of bed bugs, there's really been a massive development that I don't hear people talking about, and that's a fungicide treatment called Apprehend. It was actually developed by my alma mater, Penn State, and they developed a fungicidal treatment that when you apply it, it has a very long residual value. So it stays safely on, say, carpets or baseboards or even mattresses or bed furniture. It stays on there for a really long time and is effective. And what happens is if a bed bug crosses it and gets that spore on it, it will kill the bed bug. And so it's safe for people and pets, and it's really super effective to even use preventatively. I know hotels and educations and healthcare settings are using it. It's a little expensive, but you can buy it online, and you don't have to be a pest control company to do that. I hope you got a taste of some of my bed bug expertise here. I'll tell you what, if we ever meet in person, ask me some questions. I know a scary amount about bed bugs, and it'll make you start to itch. All right, let me know what you thought in the comments. What's your success rate with treating bed bugs?